That hurt. Oh, look at that. We haven't even sold... Oh, just 5,000. New research available. Sequels. You can go on vacation, Ricky. Do you want to see if you can research sequels? No, we don't have enough research points. Of course we don't. So that didn't work out particularly well, which is a shame. Right, let's just put that behind us and get straight to developing a brand new game. Let's have a look. What do we want to do? Now we've done medieval and fantasy to death. Superhero doesn't seem to be our strong point. We're gonna go sci-fi, I think. We're gonna go sci-fi, and we're gonna go. Let's have a think. Not RPG or adventure, because we've done that to death. Either action or strategy. Well, our last strategy game seemed to work out pretty well, so we'll do that. We'll put it on the PC. We'll use the Bush Engine 3. You know what? Let's throw some money away and make it a medium game. And we'll call it, of course, Space Commander. Yep, I have a good feeling about this one. 3D graphics. Let's get cracking. I have a good feeling about Space Commander. Tutorial. Creating larger games is a significant task, and unlike in smaller games, one person cannot effectively be responsible for every aspect of a game. Excuse me. To create a good game and to make best use of your team, you will have to assign which of your team is responsible for which areas. Pick team members whose skills match that area to get the best results. When you assign a team member responsibilities, you will see their workload. Try not to overload them too much. Oh, so it's getting a little bit more complicated. Right, what are we doing? We're doing strategy. So strategy doesn't have to be too great on story and quests. It has to be high. Oh, it has to be at least... There we go, because we don't want to drop out of 100% there. So there. Engine has to be pretty good. A little bit more on story and quests. Right, let's have a look. The gameplay, I'm guessing, will be tech, so I'll put myself on that. I seem to be the only one who has any tech skill. Ricky... Oh no, actually, we'll put Ricky on that. We'll put myself on the engine, we'll put Brian on the story and quests. Yep, feel good about that. Boss, I've discovered that some really dedicated fans of Goblin Raider have created a fan game using a lot of the material from our game. They don't make any money with it, and just seem to do it for fellow fans. Our legal advisors strongly suggest that we shouldn't allow this to go on. What do you want to do? Well, just leave them be. They've basically made a fan mod for a game like Dota. Eventually, maybe we can buy that from them. Right, what are we doing? We're doing sci-fi strategy. So AI needs to be out of this world. Level design pretty high. Dialogues not too high. So artificial intelligence. I'm guessing I'm going to have to put myself on that. We'll put Brian on the level design because we don't want to overload anybody too much. Actually, Ricky's got the much higher design. Should we put him on it? We'll put Brian there. And we'll get Brian to do most of the work in the later stages. Those sliders look good to me. In fact, we'll put... No, actually, level design needs to be very important in a strategy game. You need to make sure the rocks are all in the right place. Right, we'll get a demo out for this game right now. See what that does to our hype. Hi, I'm Denise Reed, the main developer of Goblin Raider fan game. I've recently been informed that your legal department has advised you to stop us, and I just want to say that I'm very grateful that you didn't. Bush Games is the best company in the world, and I'm glad I can be part of the fan community. Oh, thank you. We've gained 521 fans, smiley face. The amazing Steve is off the market. It sold 20,000 units, generating 142,000 in sales. That was pathetic. Right, today Vony has announced their very own console called the Play System, with no space in the middle. Apparently the company has completely reworked their earlier Play System prototype after Nintendo cancelled the project. The new Play System comes with a CD-ROM driving 32-bit processors and is wholly owned by Vony. Industry professionals say that this might be the beginning of a new generation of consoles. Nintendo declined to comment. The Play System will enter the market next month. Oh wow. So we're getting a PlayStation finally. Sorry, a Play System. Right, let's have a look. World design. Yeah, these sliders all look good. I'll tell you what, we'll get Brian on that. We'll get myself on the graphics, and we'll get Ricky on the sound. So I've been overloaded slightly, but I think I can probably... Oh, look at that. There we go. Now, is it important? I don't know if it's important to match the sliders and make sure everyone's got the right workload, or to overload people slightly. I'll tell you what, we'll see. We'll go with that, and we'll see what the outcome's like. And I'll tell you what, we'll get some more marketing done, because I think this is going to be a killer game. We'll get another demo out. Oh my god, we are losing money fast. This one needs to be a hit with the community. Today, the new game platform play system by Voni has been released. So, working out the bugs for Space Commander. These are decent enough points here by the looks of it. Technology's pretty high, design's pretty high. I hope this game doesn't fall flat on its ass. Still generating points. There we go, let's get this game released because we're running out of money. A new record on the technology front, which is good for a strategy. New combo, new topic, and a great combo. Sci-fi and strategy seems to be a good combo. Engine not quite leveling up yet. Oh, artificial intelligence up, world design's up, graphics up. 3D graphics almost there. And there we go, let's get this bad boy released. New research available. AI companions and a rich backstory. Oh, we've got lots of research points. Right, let's get rich backstory started. Ricky. Come on, Ricky. Don't just lean back in your chair. Let's get casual games, sequels, character progression. Let's get some character progression. And Brian, you can research... Oh, I was going to say AI companions, but we don't have... Right, let's get sequels researched then. The first reviews of our new release game, Space Commander, came in. Come on, we need a decent score here. Oh, it falls a bit short from Stargamer. Screw you, Stargamer. Have seen better by Informed Gamer. Damn it. Uninspiring. And quirky but good. Damn you. Damn you to hell. Oh god, well I basically bet the company on that, and it didn't work. I think we're going to have to go back to our good old fallback of an RPG. It seems that the market responds particularly well to games with new topics at the moment. Okay, so maybe we should... Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at our game history and see what our highest rated game ever was. What's this? Planes of Magic was a 9. How much did that land us? 1.1 million. Dragon Adventures was a 9.2. There we go. Medieval RPG, King's Tale. See, that was our highest rated, but Dragon Adventures made our most money. No, you know what? We're gonna do a sequel to King's Tale. So that was our highest rated game. So let's develop a sequel. Where is it? Command and Win, Dragon Adventures, King's Tale. So medieval, yeah, medieval RPG. What do we develop on? Do we put it on the Play system? It's a console game, but oh my god, we cannot afford that licensing cost. So it looks like we're going to put this on the PC. We'll use the Bush Engine 3, and what was it? It's a sequel to King's Tale, so we'll call it King's Origins. We'll make it a prequel. We'll make it a medium game, because I think that's where the money's at. We'll use 3D graphics, and we'll get cracking. We'll develop this while the money's still coming in from Space Commander. Hopefully that can keep us afloat. What's this? It's an RPG, so we want story and quests. Engine, not so important. Gameplay, not so important. We don't need a steering wheel. We don't need a steering wheel with an RPG. Story and quests, we'll get Ricky on the case for that, actually. Brian, you can work on the... I have the tech, so I'll work on the engine. Brian, you can work on the gameplay. So, let's go. I think this time around we'll find out whether it's better to overload people and go for the correct slider positions, or if it's better to keep people at 100% rather than overloading them. Alright, let's have a look. Artificial intelligence doesn't matter in the slightest. Dialogues, we want mega dialogues. And level design, no, we'll lower that down a bit. So Brian is working on the dialogues, Ricky on the level design, and myself on the AI because I have the best tech. Yep, that looks about right. Let's get some. We can't really afford it, but we're going to get some marketing done because we want to build some hype for this game because it's a sequel to our best ever game, our highest rated game, King's Tale. We've basically bet the company's ass on this, so right, we'll put myself on world design. Graphics is myself as well. We'll have Brian on the graphics. Oh, rich backstory. Yes, we'll have a rich backstory. I'm guessing that's something we don't have to put into the engine. What's Ricky working on? Ricky's working on sound. We've already minimised sound to as low as possible, so unfortunately we're going to get... Can I do... No, that's not moving the sound at all. Right, that's the best I can do. 101% to Ricky, and the graphics, the sliders are pretty much where I want them. Do I dare invest any more money in marketing? No, because if this thing goes tits up, I'm gonna have to sack Brian if this goes. If this doesn't sell well, Brian's gonna have to hit the bricks, unfortunately. So the game's done. We've got to work out this mammoth amount of bugs, but it looks like we've got a decent design score. Can we afford to let the points roll in a little bit more? I guess we can. Space Commander is off the market. It sold 61,000 units, generating 672,000 in sales. More technology, more design, a little bit more tech. Fantastic. Right, good job, guys. Ricky, you can go on vacation. Oh, look at that. New record for design. Does this go fast if we click? Oh, it does indeed. Right, so 3D graphics version 1's leveled up, and Brian's leveled up. Brian's now level 3. Due to an increase in experience, the following staff have earned a raise. Yeah, if this doesn't work out, if this game doesn't sell, no, we're going to have to skip the convention this year, unfortunately. First reviews of our new release games, King Origins, came in. If this doesn't go well, Brian's going to have to hit the bricks. Well, it's a great sequel, but only gets a 7 from Star Games. Their focus on dialogue served this game very well. Really? Seems like a weird thing to say. Very enjoyable from Game Hero. It's an 8. Oh, come on. Played it for days by all games. 7s and 8s. I think that's probably going to get us out of this hole. Possibly. No, the sales aren't particularly great. That's not fantastic. Right, you know what we're going to have to do? Boosh Games has recently released a sequel to their game King's Tale. The newest game in the series, titled King's Origins, was met with great responses. Was it? Because it didn't sell particularly well. I'll tell you what. I think we'll... Well, what research have we got? 3D graphics. Yeah, let's research some 3D graphics version 2. You know, there was a big thing made about publishers, so I think what we might want to do is go with a publisher and see what they can offer us. And that's research, but we'll need to develop a new engine to get that in, which is something we definitely can't afford to do. So let's find a publishing deal. Using a publisher is a great way to get your games in front of a large audience, which in turn helps to grow your fan base. Once your fan base is big enough, you can self-publish your larger games without the need for a publisher. For medium games, you should aim to have at least 100,000 fans. Ah, that's probably why I've been doing really badly, because I had 10,000 fans and was releasing medium games. To use a publisher, you need to sign a contract. The contract will dictate what game you need to create. Pay attention to all the details, most importantly the minimum score that the contract dictates. If the game you release does not meet with minimum score, you will have to pay a penalty, which can be costly. It's also important to pay attention to the royalty rate. The higher the rate, the more money you will make from the contract. Right. Well, we can't do that because we haven't researched hacking. We haven't researched movies, and we haven't researched hacking. Any topic, any genre from Ubisoft with a minimum score of 4. Yeah, we're going to do that one. We can do literally anything. So we are going to go to our good old fantasy adventure. It's a medium game. Any platform, so we're going to go with PC, and we're going to use the Bush Engine 3. And, right, what's this? It's fantasy and adventure. So, what are we going to call it? Fantasy and adventure. Let's have a think. Fantasy and adventure. Mind has gone utterly blank, which is not a surprise. So, fantasy. Let's have a think of fantasy type things. We've already used magic and dragons. Let's have a think. Well, we've got wizards and sorcerers and... yeah, we'll call it... no, we'll not call it wizard. That's a bit poor. Well, my mind has gone totally blank. Let's have a think. Right, let's call it something like Lords. Lords of... Lords. It's got to have a powerful name. It's got to be something that you see on the shelf and you think to yourself, I have to own that. We'll call it Lords of Destiny. If I can spell it. Lords of Destiny. Let's go. 3D graphics version 1. Probably need to get a new engine developed pretty soon that includes new graphics. Right, let's have a look. What is this? It's an adventure. So we want more in gameplay, but we want a decent in story and quests. We'll have Brian on gameplay, myself on engine, and Ricky on story and quest. We don't need a steering wheel. We'll have a gamepad though, as it is an adventure game. Right, let's go with that. So it looks like to develop medium games with nobody going over. We're going to have 3 members of staff at least. In 2 months, the Vina gear will be taken off the market. Oh no. I didn't develop a single game for that thing. Right, let's have a look. Dialogues. What are we? We are an adventure game, so a little bit more in that and that. Seems good. What am I developing? I probably should be on dialogues rather than Brian. We'll put Brian... I don't really want to put him on artificial intelligence though because his tech score's poor. God, I need to get some training done with these guys. Right, that'll do. This only needs to score 4s and it's going to be on the market. It seems that the market has normalised the game with no particular strong trends at the moment. That is good. That is good to hear. Looks like Brian needs a vacation. This is really the last roll of the die here. If this game goes belly up, then it's adventure. So we have to. Can we get Ricky on that, or will that just totally overload him? No, that's going to totally. What about if we get Brian on that? And then we get myself on graphics and Ricky on sound. Or if we have Ricky on graphics and myself on sound, that's just as bad. Yeah, we'll go with that. I've got better skills than Ricky has, so I think that's probably a little bit more on graphics. That will do. Right, let's get cracking. Last few points, but this, like I said, King's Origins is off the market and sold 108,000 units, generating 1.1 million in sales. Well, it almost matched its predecessor in sales because it only did 1.8 the first time around. But that's the problem I'm having, obviously, is the Vina gear is no longer spot. I've been trying to self-publish medium games, and according to this, I shouldn't do that until I've got 100,000 fans. So I should have been using these publisher deals, to be honest. So this is really the last roll of the die. If this goes belly up, Brian is for it. He's going to have to hit the bricks, unfortunately, and I'm going to have to go back to developing small indie games. Is that it? That looks like it's it. You can go on vacation. Oh, 81 for design. That is a new record. And engines leveled up, and that is all. So let's get this game released. Oh, new research, multiplayer. Let's see what we've got to research, because I want to research as much as possible before I start on a new engine. Let's have a look. Graphics. Oh, I kind of want to do 2D graphics version 3. Oh, no, I don't. I want 3D graphics, which I've already done. Okay, let's get some AI companions on the go. Alright, Lords of Destiny reviews are in. They only have to be over a 4, and it gets an 8. Fantastic. This should get this game into the hands of a large audience. Can I get 8s across the board? Played it for days by Informed Gamer. Is that a 9? That's a almost perfect by Game Hero. What's this one? Very enjoyable by All Games. That's not bad at all. What's the sales going to be like? Probably wow. Wow, wow, wow. But obviously I don't make that much money. Ubisoft, the game meets the required ratings. We are looking forward to future business. Yes, indeed. We've sold 1 million copies, but obviously the royalties are only 7%. So, not fantastic. Now I only need 3 research points. So you know what? I'm going to do some contract work. Just to generate a little bit more research. I just want one that I can do quickly. Yep, let's just do that one. Let's get some gameplay testing on the go, because I just need 3 research points so I can research multiplayer. Yes, there we go. Right. Contract work, yes, fantastic. Let's get some research done. Let's research multiplayer, start the research, and then we will invest in a brand new engine. And then hopefully we can find another publishing deal where we can actually make some money. Right, create a custom engine. We'll take off 2D graphics and put on 3D graphics. Mono sound. Oh, we need to research some more sound. Branching story. Excellent. Multiplayer, yes. Character progression, yes. Dialogue tree, yes. God, this thing is getting expensive quickly. AI companions, yes. And we'll call this the Bush Engine 4, obviously. Can I waste 500,000? Yes, I can waste 500,000 on a new engine. Of course I can. Although you've got to think the months that it's going to take to develop this thing, I'm going to have to pay monthly costs. But it's okay, Lords of Destiny still selling. Can I retire old game engines? Because let's be fair, I'm never going to use the Bush Engine 1, 2 and 3 anymore. I'm just going to use the Bush Engine 4. Game off the market. Lords of Destiny is now off the market. It sold 2.5 million copies, generating 1.9 million in sales. Fantastic. So that did very well for us. Hi, boss. A friend of mine is greatly involved in an organisation which aims to get more women into technology. They are looking for a sponsor, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for us. Would you like to help out? Yes, goddamn I would. Sponsor them. $80,000. Have some money. Right, we seem to have a, oh god, 90 grand monthly cost. I was going to say we'll use this time. In fact, no, we're still going to do it. We're going to use this time to get a little bit of training done. Because I feel like my guys are lagging behind a little bit. Game design for pirates, and you can train in, now I want you to train in technology. Because I don't have a technology guy. We have got word that Bush Games has recently sponsored a highly praised move to get more women into technology roles. Maxwell, the CEO of Bush Games, said, "Would love to see more women in the game industry." Indeed, we would. Right, so let's get this little bit of training out of the way, and then we'll try and find another publisher deal. And see if we can... Oh, do we want... We've got a little bit of money. Let's get a small booth. We'll be developing a game at the time, so it should be okay. Hopefully Ricky's not going to want a vacation halfway through development. Wow, that netted us a decent amount of fans. I'm pretty sure we only had 12,000 fans. And then with that game from Ubisoft, Any Topic Adventure. Well, Any Topic Adventure, you say, eh? That's kind of our speciality, so we'll accept that contract. Any Topic. An adventure game. Superheroes. Superheroes didn't do particularly well for us before, but I have a good feeling about this one. We'll use the new Bush Engine 4, and we'll call it Heroes and Villains. No idea if that's how you spell villains, so we'll not use the word villains. Heroes. Heroes heroes. I'm really not having a good day thinking for names. Heroes Among Us. That will do. Oh, it's for a mature audience. Fantastic. Superhero adventure on the PC using the Bush Engine 4. Let's use our new 3D graphics version 2, and let's get this baby started. Oh, and here is our convention. Bush Games, Heroes Among Us. Let's see if this generates some hype for this game. In fact, shouldn't the publisher be doing that? Shouldn't they be generating the hype? Or 72,000 people and nothing because we'd only just started. Right. Story and quest. We'll have branching story. We'll have multiplayer. Oh, and character progression. God, this is getting expensive quickly. Now let's have a think. The engine needs a little bit more investment. There we go. Gameplay. Now, I'm going to drop gameplay a little bit because we had low gameplay before, and that served us very well. I'll develop the engine. We'll get Brian on the gameplay and Ricky on the story and quests because he has the highest design. Everything is looking good. That's good. So it looks like to get... I probably already said this, but it looks like to get a good... so that everybody stays below 100%, it looks like we're going to have at least 3 members of staff and myself. Ooh, Nintendo has announced their next generation console called the TES64 today. Expected in 2 months, it is the world's first gaming console to sport 64-bit processors for graphics and audio. Nintendo said this will allow never-before-seen realism, except it doesn't. In recent years, the Super TES has lost a lot of market share to more modern consoles. Market experts said that the hardware of the TES64 is surely impressive, but expressed their surprise that it still uses ROM cartridges instead of the much cheaper and higher capacity CD-ROM format. Indeed. Nevertheless, the TES64 seems like an impressive console, and Nintendo has said that it plans to aggressively price it against Sony's Play system. Right, let's have a look. Dialogues, level design, artificial intelligence. Right, let's have a dialogue tree. Let's have some AI companions. So we need to jack up the artificial intelligence a bit. Oh, wow. We need to jack up the artificial intelligence a hell of a lot. Level design seems okay. Brian, let's have Brian in here doing something. Let's get Brian on the level design maybe, and Ricky on... No. That's not good. Right, let's get Brian back on the dialogues. No, it was myself on the dialogues. Ricky on the level design. And myself on artificial intelligence. That all looks good. Oh, I didn't see what the rating had to be on this. I think it has to be a 6. Although, again, as I predicted, Ricky wants to go on holiday halfway through development. The asshat. Let's have a look. Rich backstory, day and night cycle, open world. We're still a mono sound here. World design, Brian Richards on that. Ricky and myself. Yep, that all looks good. Yep, we'll go with that. Oh my god, look at this. The money is... We are in serious trouble here. The hype's building nicely, thanks to our G3 booth. But cash flow situation is terrible. Can we survive long enough to work out all the bugs for this game? Send Ricky on holiday and make sure that Brian doesn't have to go and look for a new job. I'm sure the design on our last game was in the 80s. Today the new game platform, the TES64 by Nintendo, was released. So yeah, this is nowhere near as good as our last game. That is a real shame. I don't know what the problem was this time around, but we're going to have to finish that and we're going to have to send him straight on vacation. So no records there, but I'm hoping that the extras that we added in for the Bush Engine 4 will be enough to... will be enough to carry this one along. What's this? Someone on your team has reached experience level 5. This unlocks a special training item called Boost. The training for it is expensive and you can only do it once the character has at least 500 design or technology points, but the investment is well worth it. Once trained, the Boost will allow you to temporarily increase the output of your staff and can really help you to make a hit game. And Ricky's now getting paid 40 grand a month. Damn it. Advanced cutscenes are available to research. Well, let's see how much that's going to cost us. 120 grand. We don't have the money. Wow, these sales need to start racking up very, very soon. The first reviews of Heroes Among Us came in. We need, what is it, 6s? We're getting 8. That's good from Star Games. And the hype for this one was pretty high. A 7 from Informed Gamer. Come on, don't slip to a 6. A 7 from Game Hero. Nice one. Oh, that doesn't look good. Quirky but good from All Games. Screw you, All Games. So it seems like All Games weren't happy with their Heroes Among Us. It's selling okay though. The royalties, Ubisoft, the game meets our required ratings. We're looking forward to future business, as are we. So I don't really want to. Oh yeah, that's selling pretty well now, getting us a decent amount of cash. I don't really want to do that research because it seems like a bit of a waste at the moment, because I don't want to build a brand new engine immediately. So I think I'll get the guys doing some some training while the cash rolls in. You could do that. Let's have a look. You can do that, and you can have some of that. So that seems like a good place to call it. We've had a couple of good publisher contracts generating a decent amount of cash, although we are hovering quite close to the red here. Any kind of bad games will, if we release a bad game at the moment, we are pretty much sunk. So playing this one pretty close to the edge. But yep, like I said, we're going to call it there for today. So don't forget to leave us a like or favourite if you enjoyed this game, and stick a comment in the comment section below if you'd like to see more of it. Just leave us a comment even if you don't want to see more of it. In fact, just leave us a comment no matter what, because I do enjoy reading all of your comments and responding to as many of them as is intelligently possible. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will